Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bring It On. Let's explore the Palace of Justice and then get the heck out of Dodge.
I always have a backup plan.
A sacred symbol of the Imperium's justice, implacable and unsparing. A Fixacore
Failure is
cogitator.
just a temporary setback.
A cloud of incoherent text floats on the cogitator's vid screen. You seem to have destroyed an impressive amount of data. The might of the Imperium's justice in the form of a massive melta weapon. The roaring torrents of flame it generates leaves criminals without a single chance. Did you hear? What every son has been sentenced to 30 years of hard labor. How dreadful. And after all the entreaties of his family, it is true what they say, an arbitrator has no heart. Nor honor. They're driven not by nobility, but by articles memorized without thought. If I were them, I would execute the scoundrel on the spot and be done with it. They do not shy away from execution, but what kind of punishment is that? I wish they would bring back public torture. That'd be a sight for sore eyes.
Let us not dawdle.
To kill with the intent of enriching oneself is a crime. To kill for righteous cause is a deed to be honored and exalted. Old complaint. This time-worn piece of paper bears a petition of some sort. He managed to make out only a fragment. Then, he treacherously intruded upon the ancestral territories of House Gaprek, and wrought destruction therein. The list of damages is headed by, but not limited to, 3 servitors of ancient make, 5 armored vehicles, and 10 cogitators whose machine spirits are beyond recovery. Consequently, we demand that House Sauerback be penalized for an amount thrice covering the damage inflicted. In support of our accusation, we provide the following. Lying is a transgression that burdens the soul of the one who commits it. Lying to a superior is a crime against the Imperium itself, for it disrupts its blessed structure. And never rise up against bureaucracy.
Keep your wits about you.
Assignment completed.
Financial reports. Procurement data does not match up with the spending, but this has been gracefully covered up by way of a shrinkage column.
Marking location.
Unexpected result.
Steel Triad. There are 3 copies of this shield. Voter gains bonuses based on the number of adjacent allies wielding the Steel Triad. I have 3 people in my party that use shields. That's interesting. So 1 ally plus 2 deflection plus 10% block. 2 allies, the Combat Master talent, which we don't need because we have Abelard, plus 10% block, area attack damage suffered reduced by minus 30%. Did I get 3 copies of it, or is it...
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
As you can see, you failed to fill out form 12-beta/3, which means your claim will not be directed to the governor, but to his office, which in turn... You expect me, the proprietor of 3 agri-complexes, to pore over the paperwork while some worm lectures me on what I should do. I will crush you like the bug you are. The Administratum operates under strict adherence to the rules. If you kill me, you have to fill out Form 24-Gamma/7 to account for the damage you have caused to an Administratum property. These monumental scales barely fit inside the Palace of Justice. They were crammed into the hall after the Adeptus Arbites arrived.
Is there money to be made?
Countless rows of names and numbered Lex Imperialis violations merge into an endless stream of transgressions committed by the people of the Expanse. We succeed? Probably not. Yeah, we failed. To appropriate another's possessions is a transgression against his will. For he has divided all of humanity into those who are worthy of having said possessions, and those who are not.
Is the threat of death the only thing that can make you abide by your own laws? What other sentient creatures realize intuitively you enforce through violence?
Do not compare the absolute of the Lex to Xenos instincts. The perfection of the Emperor's law is such that it is not meant to be comprehended, but it is meant to be followed, willingly or otherwise.
Lesson learned.
Great Tithe is a sacred payment necessary for earning the privilege of being part of the Imperium. Anyone who denies this is a thief, a heretic, and a renegade.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, so we need to head back to here. So we hop down to here. Then we'll hop over to 100 Dreams Crossroads. And check it out. Six Promethium is pretty good. I have 5. What I need is mechanisms. All my projects are waiting on mechanisms. At least all the projects that I want to do. A wave of angry whispers passes over the bridge as the Archenemy's minions train their weapons on you and prepare to attack. Death to the heretics, for the glory of the Emperor. We're not going to back away. We've got 3 ships. We have a whole fleet, practically. And 2 fighter squadrons. I could have even more. I could have 2 fighter squadrons and a bomber squadron. Don't know why I'm bragging about that, because I don't have that right now.
The throne protects the faithful.
By the way, we have no reason to run away. Murder class cruiser. How on the nose. my shields are holding. Alright, fine. I'll head over there. Hey, Swift Death. Living up to their name. I'm glad I'm not responsible for the repairs for the Heartless and the Sword class frigate. I could not afford to keep up with all three. Not sure where I lost control of this guy. Oh, he's returning to the flagship. Done and done. Jovian Pattern Class 2 drive, so 2 more speed, low acceleration, and braking. I thought it's not worth it. I lose 2 speed, but I also lose my acceleration and braking. I think I'll keep what I've got. It's got a better balance. A heavy voidcraft armor. Each attack craft launched from a torpedo tube, and each torpedo gain +1 hull integrity. Sure. Improved ram. A voidship ramp deals twice the additional damage for each extra tile traveled. Sure. Sure, upgrade focused efforts. Upgrade shallow jump. Alright, Pillars of Viridici. The warp jump went smoothly enough, although many crew members reported strange incidents while they were asleep. They sensed someone approaching them and laying a hand on their forehead. Then the hand seemed to pass through their skin, through their skull, and with tender motions, sorted their jumbled thoughts into some sort of order. The Magus Pasco noted that the mysterious incident had allowed him to remember a few highly obscure tech rituals, which it seemed he had never studied in the first place. The Materium released us from its grip, this time. I have a request for that. We can land at the Inquisition Shipwreck. So that one is a lengthy dungeon. We'll probably save that for next time. I'm pretty sure that's the, well, we'll discuss it once we land. But I remember one Inquisition Shipwreck. It was, a lengthy one. As far as random dungeons are concerned. Not explored. The Augurs have detected the remnants of an ancient mining ship that crashed on the planet. It looks like it was carrying equipment and settlers to a new mining site. Searching this ship might prove useful, but it carries certain risks. Conduct a search. The search team was able to retrieve the last surviving extractium from under the debris. They suffered no losses and returned to the ship triumphant. I don't need plasteel. A lot of other stuff that I do need, though. A Heriokh's Rim Station. Welcome your lordship to Heriokh's Rim, our humble trading station. I am Steward Pontius Lockton, here to offer our highborn guests only the finest wares and special ship modules. The helmsman's snort is heard over the internal Vox channel. A trading station. Pull the other one. Everyone in the Expanse knows that this is a pirate den where they peddle the stolen plunder. But to be fair, they never touch the customers, which is probably why they are still alive. Lord Captain, the ship's cannons are fully primed. The station is well fortified, and its inhabitants will probably attempt to fight back. But we're stronger. Do you command we attack this hotbed of genetic aberration? Bravor, do you have any tactical recommendations for the assault? I'd advise a decisive approach strategy. The station is well prepared for a long-range artillery duel. Rumor has it they traded with the Explorators for improved macro cannon boosters and warheads, whose spirits can adjust the flight of missiles. In a short-range battle, the guns will be less dangerous. What rumors have been flying around lately? Same old, same old. Rampaging pirates, nefarious smugglers, Xenos preying on lone ships. The valiant Imperial Navy alone fights them all, and we thank the God Emperor that we can enjoy its protection. There is a rumor about a lone Adeptus Mechanicus ship, an ancient hulk that is reported to appear in one system or the other, only to vanish the next day. Who knows why it broke away from the Explorer fleet, or what secrets it may hold. But this is just a tall tale, unworthy of your lordship's ears. We should upgrade the vessel's weapons. Perhaps you might be interested in macro cannons. Solid, robust, and in very, very good condition. You'll crush any enemy with their power at your side. Are those stolen goods, perchance? Of course not. How can one steal from the wielder of such mighty weapons? Meteor mortar. Medium-range dorsal macro cannons, which fire 3 shots dealing 14 damage per shot. Whoever hits an enemy ship's hull has 50% chance to start internal fires on that ship for 3 to 4 rounds. I am not interested. I'll hold on to this worthy commodity in case you change your mind. I require a more powerful engine. Take a look at this model. It'll be a worthy acquisition for your flagship. The spirit of this machine is obstinate but fast. but it did fail to carry its previous owner away from disaster. Absolutely not. The previous owner was boarded at the docks. I apologize. I meant to say this merchandise is perfectly legal. The cost profit factor, we get a Saturnine pattern class 3 battering engine. This plasma drive provides 12 speed along with strong acceleration and low braking. In addition, it grants 3 additional void movement points when ramming. That might be worth it. We'll go ahead and grab this one. I don't think it's that worth it, but who knows. Alright, Herioch's Rim. This is Donnie Dawson von Valancius. Surrender without a fight, mutant scum, and I'll grant you a swift death. Emperor have mercy. What mutants? We're but a bunch of voidsmen, a collective of harmless traitors. I urge you to leave. Oh, that's right. I was trying to remember what quest this is associated with. I knew it was associated with a quest. This is where the Gene Stealers supposedly came from. I urge you to leave Station Orbit, or be forced to defend ourselves. How can you prove the station has not been infested with genetic aberrations? I humbly apologize for my impertinence, but the burden of proof lies on the accuser. Whatever crimes may be attributed to us, they do not include aberrant mutations. And I must warn you that we will not go down without a fight. A mutant, one of you, revealed your hideout's existence to us before he died. I cannot imagine why, but this heretic of yours slandered us from head to toe. Whatever possessed your lordship to trust the word of a mutant, their thoughts are as unclean and disgusting as their bodies. I'll not fall for the heretic's deception. Die. And it's possible we are being misled, but... Okay, we got everything we wanted out of this place.
Their shields down! Crush them!
Alright, so they got rid of this. You used to be able to fix up your ship in the middle of combat. So we might actually go down here, which is a little unfortunate. I'd rather you take out the turret that's already softened up. That'd be even more ideal. Well, they told me that if I got close, the weapons would be less effective. Turns out, they're still pretty effective.
Only our faith protects that part of the vessel now.
Alright, really good opening turn. I started targeting the control tower there. Interceptors, what does this do? Yeah, probably want to take that out first, actually. I have an idea. That's fine and dandy. I'd rather you take out the space station, its turrets. That's fine, that ship is there to get destroyed. We'll gladly take that. You know what, at least he's getting a couple hits in before he goes down. Yeah, my first attempt, I definitely got a little overzealous, ramming the first ship and then just charging into the middle of the base. I took it a little bit more slowly the second time.
Always target the weakest point.
Well, my frigate's just gonna sit there? There's still a fight going on, buddy. At least the Heartless is participating.
I have missed this feeling.
That's all she wrote. Lord Captain, the resistance is broken, and the cleanup parties are landing on Heriokh's rim. What are your immediate orders? Ooh. Oh wow, you can bring it to your capital. Seems like a bad idea if there could be Gene Stealers on board. Make sure none of the mutants survived. Lord Captain, the enforcers returned the station upside down and found no trace of genetic aberration. They look like normal people, and their guts look just as normal. You were searching the compartments instead of checking out the life support systems. My crew knocked down a suspicious bulkhead and found an entire mutant layer behind it. Hold your tongue, Montag. They'll try to pass off a stroke of luck as competence. The box relays the stamping of feet and unintelligible swearing. The Master-at-Arms' voice turns pensive. There's a layer after all, but it is unimpressive somehow. All the symbols of their foul faith are simple, crude. A few sleeping bags, primitive weapons, a decrepit Vox station, and almost no records of future planned actions. I was of the opinion that our previous foe posed a greater threat than this. Search every nook and cranny for anything of value, and bring it back. The station should be full of caches packed with plunder. The shuttles with trophies are already on their way to the flagship for unloading and inventorization. I can't say it. It's inventorization. But what about the station itself? I dare say it is a more valuable asset than the recovered commodities. We had a disruption plasma arsenal. Allows ionic blasts to be fired from plasma macro cannons. Ionic blasts never score critical hits. When hit, the ionic blast immediately removes the target's shields from 3 sides, excluding the side furthest from the attacker, and inflicts ionic effect on the target, reducing its hit and critical hit chances during the next round. W240 passive detection arrays. Provides a void ship weapons with targeting data, granting 90 or 85% hit chance and 10% critical hit chance. So that's less hit chance, but more or the same critical that I currently have. This is a low mission auger, which makes the void ship more difficult for enemies to hit, increasing evasion by 15%. That's probably worth it. I'll lose 5% hit chance for 15% evasion. And junk. So I kind of want to give it to the Fellowship, because giving it to the Imperial Navy, I don't know, it seems like the wrong thing to do. It also gives me more profit factor, but less reputation. I'm also an arbitrator, so I shouldn't be dealing with pirates anyway. But my thing is, if there are still Gene Stealers on the station, and there might be, have the Fellowship of the Void deal with them instead of the Imperial Navy. Because the Fellowship of the Void isn't going to like go into Imperial territory uncontested and spread among the human population. With the Imperial Navy, they'll have a lot more free range. But since I am an arbitrator, I'll go with option 1. And we did check the people of the station, so they passed the check, I guess. May the station serve the Imperial Navy and become their outpost. The Admirals will appreciate the gift, and the merchants will extol your lordship for bringing a new safe route to the Expanse. Oh, actually, what I currently have equipped is better. So I have 2 allies. I don't really care for that effect. Internal fires I don't care for. The battles don't usually last long enough for them to play a huge role. Hey, that's our first game over, right? I know my first playthrough, I think all my game overs were the void ship battles as well. They can be difficult. I've had much easier time my second playthrough. I was more prepared for it than I did my first one. Pretty sure I had multiple failed attempts on my first playthrough. Alright, Heavy Flamer. And Silent Death. Whenever the wearer suffers a trauma in combat, they have more than 0 wounds, they immediately regain 10 wounds. And based armor property, plus 10% dodge if the wearer's weapon skill is more than 55. A fusion gun. Let me go through and clear out more of my inventory. Sure, plenty of these are worth using. But maybe not right now. But for right now, I'm going to call it here, and next time we will level up, and then we'll land at the Inquisition shipwreck. But for now, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.